Me can't get it now. That's my girlfriend. That's my soulmate. All right. All right. I've been sitting with something that's been heavy on my heart, and I want to have a real conversation about it with y'all, with you. Not a debate, not a lecture, just truth, love, and clarity. So, I've been wrestling with Jesus, not just the person, but the image, the version of him we were handed, wrapped in European features, whitewashed theology, and empire approved doctrine. And yo, it's hard because I know Jesus was that dude, a healer, a revolutionary, a man who stood with the poor and flipped tables when the system got too corrupt. However, let's talk facts, not fiction. Jesus was Afro Asiatic for real. I repeat, Jesus wasn't white. That's not an opinion, that's historical fact. And I've been saying it for years, just now saying it publicly. He was born in first century Palestine, right between North Africa and Southwest Asia. His first language was Aramaic. I butchered that. It's spelled Aramaic, Aramaic. Let me know the correct pronunciation in the comments. So, he was ethnically Jewish, and he belonged to what scholars call the Afro Asiatic world. So, yes, Jesus was African, Asian, and Jewish. And not the sanitized Renaissance painting version of Jewish either. I'm talking brown skin, colonized, revolutionary Jew from a poor family, from a people under occupation, moving through Egypt and living in a region filled with black and brown bodies. It's all there in the history, in the scriptures. We just weren't taught to see it. So, why they hid the truth? So why was it hidden? Why erase Jesus's roots? Why give us a white Jesus with soft features, flowing hair, and zero revolutionary energy? Because white supremacy needed a God that looked like it. European colonial powers, including the Catholic Church, slave-holding Protestants, and Renaissance artists, painted Jesus in their own image so they could use faith to justify empire, conquest, slavery, and control. A Jesus who looked like the oppressor was easier to sell and easier to weaponize. That's not spirituality, that's propaganda. And when we're still surrounded by those images in churches, in books, in movies, it does something to you. It tells you that God couldn't look like you, brother, sister. That holiness comes wrapped in whiteness. And that's a fucking lie. And this is why I've been torn, man. Women. And I'll be real with y'all. I've been torn. I've been torn because there's still good in the teachings, right? Jesus, the real Jesus, was love. He was power. He was rebellion and compassion and spiritual clarity. Yet it's hard to take the good when so much of it was buried under lies. Still, here's the flip. We don't have to throw Jesus out. We just have to take him back. not the colonizers' version, not the empire's God, the real one, the Afro Asiatic, black bodied liberator who walked with the outcast and stood up to the system. So, where do we go from here? Right? That's the truth. If you've been feeling this too, torn, frustrated, questioning, I see you. You're not crazy. You're waking up. And it's sacred work. My faith isn't gone, neither should yours. It's being rebuilt, rerooted in truth, in ancestors, in Africa, in justice, in a Jesus who looks like my people and loves like my people. So let's talk about it in the comments, in your heart, in community. Let's unlearn. Let's reclaim. Let's remember what they tried to make us forget. Jesus was Afro Asiatic, and I'll say it again. He was African, he was Asian, and he was Jewish, and that matters. Let's keep digging for the truth together. All right? If this hit home, or even just made you pause, like the video, share it, subscribe if you're down for more of these conversations. Not only does it help us remember, it also helps another individual remember as well, right? This isn't for me to gain clout. It's for the truth to spread like wildfire, baby. And yeah, drop your thoughts below. No fake love, no trolls, just truth seekers. Peace.